There's a good chance you ate at least 3 of these foods today, and one of them is doing more damage to your teeth than candy ever could. The scary part is, none of them taste bad for you. They're marketed as healthy. They're in almost every kitchen, and dentists see the damage from them every single week. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly which foods are quietly wearing down your enamel. And number 4 might genuinely shock you. Tooth damage isn't just about sugar. It's about acid, texture, and how long something sits on your teeth. Some of the healthiest foods on your shelf are actually eroding enamel faster than soda. So let's go through all 7, starting with the one hiding in almost every fridge. Food number 1, citrus fruits. Lemons, oranges, grapefruit, they're loaded with vitamin C, but they're also highly acidic. That acid softens tooth enamel on contact, and if you brush right after eating citrus, you can actually brush away the weakened enamel layer. The fix isn't avoiding citrus, it's rinsing your mouth with water afterward and waiting about 30 minutes before brushing. Now here's one that surprises almost everyone, because it's supposed to be a healthy snack. Food number 2, dried fruit. Raisins, dried mango, dried apricots. They're sticky, concentrated in sugar, and they cling to the grooves of your teeth for hours. Unlike fresh fruit, which your saliva can rinse away relatively fast, dried fruit acts almost like candy that glues itself to your enamel. Dentists often compare a handful of raisins to eating a spoonful of sugar and leaving it stuck between your teeth all afternoon. But that's not even the most acidic thing on this list. This next one might be sitting in your kitchen right now. Food number 3, vinegar-based foods. Pickles, salad dressings, hot sauces. Anything vinegar-based is extremely acidic. Regular exposure to vinegar can gradually erode enamel, especially if you're sipping or snacking on it throughout the day, rather than all at once. It's not that you need to cut these out. It's about pairing them with meals, not treating them as constant snacks, so your saliva has time to neutralize the acid in between. Now here's the one most people never see coming. Food number 4, ice. Yes, plain ice. Chewing on ice is one of the most common causes of cracked teeth that dentists treat. Enamel is hard, but it's brittle under sudden pressure, and ice is deceptively dense. Even if you don't crack a tooth outright, repeated ice chewing creates microfractures over time, tiny cracks that widen, and eventually cause sensitivity or breakage years down the line. If you're someone who chews ice out of habit, that's often a sign of low iron levels, worth mentioning to a doctor, not just a dentist. Next up is a drink most people assume is completely harmless. Food number 5, sparkling water. Sparkling water doesn't have sugar, so it feels like a safe swap for soda. But carbonation itself creates carbonic acid, which is mildly erosive to enamel, especially the flavored versions, which often add citric acid on top. This doesn't mean sparkling water is dangerous. Compared to soda, it's still a much better choice. But sipping it constantly throughout the day, rather than with meals, gives that acid more time to sit on your teeth. Now for one that's less about acid and more about sheer stickiness. Food number 6, white bread. Here's something most people don't expect. When you chew white bread, saliva breaks it down into a sticky paste that gets packed into the grooves and gaps of your teeth. And because it's a refined starch, it breaks down into sugar almost immediately. That sugary paste sitting between your teeth for hours is a feast for the bacteria that cause cavities. Whole grain bread has more fiber and creates less of this sticky residue. And finally, the one that ties everything together, because it's not really about the food at all. Food number 7, constant snacking and sipping. This is the biggest factor of all. Every time you eat or drink anything besides water, your mouth's pH drops into an acidic, tooth-damaging state for about 20 to 30 minutes. If you eat 3 meals a day, your teeth get 3 acid attacks and plenty of recovery time in between. But if you're grazing all day or sipping coffee, tea, or juice for hours, your teeth may never fully recover. It's not just what you eat, it's how often. So here's the full list one more time. 1 citrus fruits, 2 dried fruit, 3 vinegar-based foods, 4 ice, 5 sparkling water, 6 white bread, 7 constant snacking and sipping. None of these mean you need to cut foods out completely. It's about timing, rinsing with water, and giving your mouth breaks to recover. If this changed how you'll eat today, hit subscribe, because next week, we're covering the 5 habits that actually whiten your teeth. Naturally, no expensive treatments required. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.